Real quick, did you know this shocking secret that Nate Wiggins told on an interview he gave today? Also, should the Ravens actually pay Zay Flowers $35 million plus per year? This and so much more on this episode of Quiet Storm Sports. But again, before I roll the intro, like the video. Yes, sir. Welcome back to yet another episode of Quiet Storm Sports right here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, where you can get all things Baltimore Ravens here pretty much daily. Now, listen, it is kind of like the dead of the off season. It's like the driest of dry seasons right now, but there's some news that we actually have to touch on here. Some very important stuff to get to today on the episode of the show. So we thank God for rain here. We call God for rain. We thank God for rain here at the Purple Rain Podcast. And that rain is news. We have news, Coach. And Coach, you're joining us again right here on Quiet Storm Sports. Probably, I mean, you've been kind of like the most frequent face here on the show. I'm not gonna lie. Over the past couple of months, and we definitely appreciate it over here at the Rain Gang. And we're happy to have you back on. How you doing, man?
I'm enjoying life, man. Enjoying this time off and just chilling, just enjoying it before August creeps back up on me real quick. Even though I know people in y'all neck of the woods, well, not y'all, but in Baltimore and New York and all that, they just getting out of school. Well, I've been out for a month, so it's on the downside now for me.
Yeah. This is kind of like the vacation. It's kind of like the vacation for a lot of us. And, even though for us content creators, it's never really a break. You got to keep it. You got to keep it pushing. But that's what we love to do. So I appreciate you coming through again. And like you mentioned, August does creep up on you real quick. I mean, I think the World Cup is a really good buffer. I don't know if you've been following the World Cup at all, but like I think it's a really good buffer between, the mini camp ending for the NFL and then training camp, because a couple weeks after the World Cup ends, training camp's gonna be right there.
Yep.
So we're right around the corner from football. So again, important things to get into today because the season is right around the corner. And in that case, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel as well so you can get more Ravens content just like this. Also, our guy Coach at Sip2Tally Films. His channel is linked in the title and also the description of this YouTube video, and also on X. Hello to everybody on X if you're watching over there. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Maybe come over to YouTube some of these times and check us out live over there. It's a good time over here. Okay, it's a good time over here. We promise. Let me give some shout outs to the live chat here. Shout outs to the live chat. We got TC in the building. What's going on, TC? Says hello, everyone. We also have Tila in the chat as well. What's going on, Tila? Appreciate you for coming through as well. And the M stands for moderator, as you guys know. Black Daniels, another mod in the chat, says currently watching Brazil. That's right. Brazil is playing Scotland at the moment that we're recording this right now.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
I saw right before we started, there's one group in the World Cup. They all have 4 points. How is that going to work out?
I'm not sure how they would do some sort of tiebreaker. Damn, I wish I had Alex with me right now. He would know exactly how to answer this question. But I'm actually not sure how they'll work that out.
Probably goals scored, huh?
Yeah, probably. More than likely. Well, wait, isn't that not what you were talking about? Like, how do they get?
No.
Accumulate the 4?
It's like, so it's how many teams in a group? Like 4 or 5 teams in a group, and you get 3 points for a win, you get 1 point for a draw, and no points for a loss. So every team in that draw that I just saw had 4 points.
Yeah. So if they do it like that, the tiebreaker should definitely be goals scored. Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right. Black Daniel, shout out to you. Another, again, member and mod in the chat. Shelly Shell is in the house as well. What's going on, Shelly Shell? Another member and moderator. We got Chris M in the house. What's going on, Chris? Appreciate you for coming through. As always, another member. Void, a member. A lot of members here in full effect on this episode here of Quiet Storm Sports. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Ashley is in the chat as well. I also see Afia and Mike M. Flock Gang. Good afternoon to each and every one of you beautiful people. Okay, Coach, let's go ahead and get into what we came here to get into today. Okay. News and narrative seem to be kind of like the biggest thing going on this week. Yesterday, there was the whole Antonio Brown thing. We briefly touched on that on the Ravens Roundup. If you have not seen that episode with me, Coach, and Jose from yesterday, please go check that out after this. But we talked a lot about, some of the things going on around, the Ravens right now. But the news and narratives, like I said, are kind of like the biggest things. And today I saw something very, very interesting surrounding Nate Wiggins, right? I want to pull this up on screen here, Coach. Nate Wiggins gave an interview to one of his hometown, I guess, friends in Atlanta, because Nate Wiggins is from Atlanta, and I actually did not know that until earlier today. I don't know how I didn't know that, but yeah.
Listen to him talk.
Yeah, and then like in this interview, here's the thing, Coach. I was listening to him talk, but like just also looking at Nate Wiggins. This is like Nate Wiggins, you can tell in like his natural habitat. You know what I mean? You know who he reminds me of, Coach?
Who's that?
Also being from Atlanta, he looks like the fourth brother of the Migos that never was. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of like Quavo just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just like the swag and like the vibe a little bit. And again, it's no shocker that he's from Atlanta. But in this interview here, he revealed some what I would call shocking truths about maybe why he's been struggling, you know, especially in his second season, and also why year 3 could be a huge bounce back year for him. Let's take a listen.
I think this year I'm 100%. I just had my surgery.
Yeah.
So I don't even know. Shit, we're gonna see.
You played through the injury the whole season?
Yeah, whole season. Oh,
Dug it out.
first 2 seasons.
First 2 seasons?
Yeah. So really since high school.
And people don't even know.
Yeah. They gonna see a big transition this year though. I move, all that though.
What you thought he's playing at what percentage?
Probably like 60, 70.
60?
Damn. Yeah, probably ain't. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Every day I wake up, my shit was hurting. So, I mean, I ain't no excuse though.
Yeah, you obviously still did your thing, but the
Yeah.
thing that you played on 60, 70%, and nobody even seen the full Nate yet.
Yeah, I don't think I never seen the full Nate. That's why I'm so happy. But I don't think I never been 100% since I've been playing football. It's probably said red ball. So, I'm just so happy to go into this year.
Yeah.
I know the coach is happy.
For sure.
They say it every day, so I know it's gonna be a big year for me, and I just can't wait.
Consistency to get to.
Yeah, so Coach, you heard there from Nate Wiggins talking about how he's really only been at about 60, 70% at max, right? And he's looking to get back to 100% now that he's had this surgery. And again, it was like his foot that was bothering him. So, you know, for a cornerback who you rely so much on like your feet, right? And being able to be quick and precise and things like that and be able to plant, that would probably really hinder a lot of his game. So the fact that he was running like what, a 4.28, 4.26, something like that at the combine or at his pro day, whichever one he did, and he was dealing with that all along, is crazy to think about, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I was gonna ask what the injury was before you said it, his foot, because if it was something up about it, that shouldn't have been an issue. But with it definitely being his foot, and he was still able to run it at the combine or pro day, whichever one that was, and still have flashes of playing some really good football at times. But that also could lean back to what we talked about yesterday, him being 8, 9, 10 yards off. When, you know, whenever that pain comes back or whatever, he just feel like he can't push off on it, and it's maybe easier for him to play that off. But, you know, I ain't gonna blame it on the foot. I'm gonna blame it on the coaching. But for him to be 60% from high school is crazy. For him to still perform like that in college and the 2 years he's been with Baltimore.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking up the article now, Coach, about his surgery and why he was missing time. This article was from December 1st, 2025. So right as the season was wrapping up for the Ravens last year. It says Ravens cornerback Nate Wiggins was not expected to miss much time after exiting the Ravens Thanksgiving loss early because of a foot injury. Wiggins was day-to-day at the time. They said, we'll see where he's at. And then after the season, he got what they called like basically like this undisclosed. Yeah, something like that. It was like undisclosed. They didn't really talk about it too much, but we knew what it was because he was posting pictures like in the boot and things. So we knew it was the foot that was, you know, that was ailing him the whole time. So the fact that he's gotten surgery on that's been cleaned up now. Like, I guess what he's saying here for good, because he's saying he's 100% now. You guys heard him. These are Nate Wiggins' words and not mine.
He must have some kind of spurs or something lingering in there that he just didn't get cleaned up or something.
Maybe.
Because I can understand in high school, he probably ain't got the resources to, you know, go get it properly done. But in college, at Clemson, that should have been cleaned up.
I was thinking that too. You know, Clemson, big time school. You would think that they would have the money to go ahead and get that done for one of their players. But I don't know, maybe it's just one of those things that like he was dealing with and he didn't feel like it was worth getting the surgery, because some players they'll play through stuff, and they'll just kind of like keep it going until it gets worse. And I guess one day it did, it kind of came to a head there. So it's just good to hear that he got the surgery. He's 100% now. Again, not his words, not mine. According to him, Nate Wiggins is 100%, and we'll see him at 100% in this defense here. Afia says in the chat, so is this just for last season or both? He said both.
He said both and college.
Yeah, he said since high school. He said since high school, he's been at about 60 and 70%. That's insane. That is insane. Tila celebrating 10 months of channel membership. Shout out to Tila. Let's go ahead and clap it up for her. Appreciate that, Tila. Tila says his girlfriend was posting on TikTok a few months ago, and it looked like he had groin surgery or somewhere around that area. Yeah.
And that's tough to come back from.
Yeah, and that just makes it worse, because we know if it's a foot and a groin, geez, man, that's tough. The 2 lower half injuries is not fun. Not fun at all, especially not for a defender. So yeah, appreciate you, Tila. But yeah, like I said, it just sucks. It just sucks. But now that he's going to get back to this 100%, I really do love that. Now, I also wanted to bring up another clip here of what he said. Let me see. He wasn't 100%. And then he also talked about his favorite moment so far in the NFL. And he makes a very bold claim as well. A very bold claim for this upcoming season. Let's take a listen.
What's been your favorite moment in the league so far? Like you personally.
My favorite moment?
Yeah.
My favorite moment probably my first pick six in the league, my rookie year. Probably my favorite moment. Really, a lot of folks don't get pick six in the league. It's kind of rare. So got it my rookie year. That's very rare. So,
No, it is.
Yeah.
You got a goal? How many you want to get this year?
7+.
Woo!
Yeah, I gotta go get it.
You felt you left a lot out in there?
Yeah,
Because
for
you
sure.
said it with confidence. You felt you watched the tape and you like, I left a couple.
I definitely left like 3-4 out there.
Definitely
last year. So
Yeah, you agree with that, Coach?
100% in his hands.
Yeah. I definitely do remember times. There were times where it did feel like he let one get away from him, but to say he's going for 7+ this year, and he's got that mentality, like I'm gonna go get that. I love that. Love that coming from Nate Wiggins. Voice says in the chat, talk is cheap, Nate. Show us. For sure. I get that. But listen, games are a couple months away. Yep. We gotta wait. We just gotta wait.
Manifesting them 7 picks.
Exactly. Listen, I'd rather hear talk like this. Let me put it this way. I'd rather hear talk like this than talk like what we heard before last season. Oh, Super Bowl or bust is for losers. Super Bowl or bust is for people who ain't never did nothing. Nate Wiggins also said in this interview that Super Bowl was the goal this year.
Yep.
Super Bowl is the goal. And it should be.
Should be the goal
every single season. Or else why are you playing the damn game?
Right. Even with the way the Dolphins built like right now, because they kind of restarting over. The goal until they lose 2 or 3 games, or maybe 5 or 6, still should be the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Still.
Man. And also one more thing I wanted to touch on with Nate Wiggins when it comes to, him being back at 100%. There were times last season where it seemed like Nate Wiggins, even scheme aside, because I know you mentioned like what we talked about yesterday, sometimes he was backed off maybe 10 yards off of his wide receiver that he was covering. But there were also times where I would see him playing up on guys, because it wasn't all season. He was playing up on guys and he would get beat deep. And it would just be like, wait a minute. That's not what we drafted you in the first round for, So to know that he's been 60, 70% and now he's getting back to 100, I expect him to be step for step, literally running wide receivers routes for them and getting more interceptions, like you said. So I fully expect for Nate Wiggins I put my money on it. Let me put it that way. Nate Wiggins, I think, is going to have a huge year. He's going to have a monster season. Because you think about it, both of when it comes to Nate Wiggins and Cheeto Awuzie, in terms of outside cornerbacks, last year Cheeto outperformed Nate, right? So I think since that data and that film is out there from the previous season, Coach, I think what you're going to see this upcoming year is teams saying, okay, if we have to choose somebody to throw at, let's throw to Nate Wiggins, because last year the data says he's not there yet, right? So I think that he'll definitely get the opportunities. So I could definitely, like I said, I'll put my money on if the over under for interceptions on Nate Wiggins is 6.5, which I know it will not be. It'll probably be like 2.5, something like that. I'd hammer the over. That's what I'm saying.
You talked about the data. I do the every summer I do like a preseason rankings or whatever.
Mhm.
So I was actually doing the DBs today, and when I got to us and was doing my research, just looking at raw data and metrics and analysis, Cheeto had a much better season than any other Ravens cornerback. Cheeto had a top 15 in the league season last year.
Yeah, he was
Just
good.
he ain't have the picks, but as far as all the other like being in phase and being close and knockaways and stuff like that, and then coming up and tackling too, Cheeto had a top 15 in the league season last year. He
No,
just
yeah,
had
he
that
was
one
sticky.
misstep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you mentioned, man, that one misstep was absolutely catastrophic, man. I'll never forget it. That slip when he's one-on-one on the outside with Calvin Austin, he just waltzes right into the end zone and basically ends the Ravens season. Oh my goodness, man. But outside of that, Cheeto was a dog last year. I mean, if we call him a spade, he was a dog. Like I said, he was very sticky. And I expect him to carry that into this season as well. I do. I don't think there's going to be a huge drop off. Do I think he's going to, like, what do you say, top 10 he was or something like that?
Top 15.
Top 15?
And it might
He's
have
gonna
been
be-
top 10, but I just don't want to. I don't remember, so I don't want to put that on him. I think for sure top 15, but it might have
Yeah.
been top 10.
Yeah, I just don't feel like the drop off is going to be that much. But like I said before, like we talked about, the data is out there on Nate Wiggins that maybe he's not there yet. So they're going to attack him, and he's going to have those opportunities to force those turnovers. I love it. By the way, we have over 100 people watching live right now. If you're loving this episode of Quiet Storm Sports featuring my boy Coach Evan, Sip to Tally Films, please be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's move along here, Coach. So here is Nate Wiggins talking about who he wants to get his get back against this upcoming season.
Any matchup, man, just go ahead and like any matchups you want some get back on.
Oh, that Brazil game, man. That Cowboys game.
Okay.
Yeah. They got two where they got Joy Pickens and CD
Yeah.
over there. So, yeah, definitely that one.
Respectfully.
So, respectfully.
Anybody else?
I mean, I see Jamar down there every year twice.
Yeah.
So, you got to see me regardless. So, yeah.
For sure. How would you describe people who ain't never been to Baltimore? Because I
Nate. Nate.
What?
You need to lift some more weights before you go there fucking with one. Lift some more weights before you go there fucking with one.
Jamar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jamar. He just, man. Because that's the thing. If he gets the ball in his hands in the open field, he's so dangerous. He's so dangerous, bro. And it's like it reminds me of like Jamar Chase. In a way, reminds me of Antonio Brown and what he was. You know what I mean? Like he can work all three levels of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets the ball, you better watch out.
He's
you better
too
watch
fast.
out.
He's too fast for Marlon.
Yeah.
He's too strong for Nate.
Mm.
And then he got the intangibles to do the other stuff.
You're right about that. That's exactly right. That's the perfect way.
Nate can run with him, but at the catch point, Jamar's strong as ox. And then Marlo can't stay with him.
Yeah.
Now, if Marlo does happen to stay with him at the catch point, they can kind of battle it out because Marlo ain't no pump. But as far as he's like the perfect mixture to beat both of them.
Yeah. I mean, damn it, Coach. When you put it that way, man. So how do we stop? I mean, how do we stop that? You know what I mean?
No, for real. The front end got to help stop that.
Yeah.
They got to get pressure. They got to make Joe get rid of that ball faster than he want, and then they can do it. Because you remember a couple years ago, they kept hitting the Ravens with a slant. So Marlo just signed and said, you know what? You're not running no damn slant on me. Got inside leverage. They tried to run it anyway. He picked it off. So you just got to get them in situations where they getting the ball out fast. Then you can take educated gambles. But if they got 3, 4, 5 seconds to throw the ball all day, ain't no DB in the world gonna cover them.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right about that. And, one more thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention. This video that we're watching here, this is from The Journey Media. The Journey Media just started a YouTube channel, and they got this interview with Nate Wiggins. So shout out to them. This brother's doing a great job. So definitely go subscribe. They're brand new. Literally only have one video out on the channel. It's this one. It's at The Journey Media on YouTube and on Twitter. But yeah, so Coach, this is one more clip from this video here. This is Nate Wiggins talking about the game he's most excited for this year.
You get to come to the city this year and play.
Talking
How you
about
feeling?
Atlanta.
Man, that'll probably be the game of my life. Hey, girl, I know I'm gonna have 200 deep in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't let nobody. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hear my mama through everybody. So I know.
I know. Your mom, she gonna pop it.
I'm a hero. I know I'm a hero. So yeah, I can't let the family down on that
For
one.
sure. That's gotta feel proud though, man.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
like full circle.
Yeah, in the crib, definitely. Like when they dropped that schedule and I seen that, I'm like, yeah, they don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that Atlanta game is gonna be a movie. Week 5 versus
In there.
Atlanta.
In there.
Yeah. He said he's gonna have like 200 deep, you know. But here's the thing: we just talked about like matchups when it comes to wide receivers and corners. I don't think they're putting Nate Wiggins on Drake London. Do you?
At some, but
You don't think London's just too big?
I think London too big for all of them. That's why he gonna have to play some.
But see, that's why Marlon is still so important, though. He's still so key because I feel like you can't throw a legitimate bona fide wide receiver one like Drake London, like Jamar Chase at Cheetah Awuzie. You know what I'm saying? I know you mix up coverages and things like that, but I'm just talking like when you play man, if these guys are lined up on the outside, like who's going to be out there on them? Like
It's gonna be Nate Awuzie.
Yeah. I mean,
and you never know with I don't think Kyle got the lateral movement to do that. To stick with the Drake London, he might stick with a tight end, but I don't know if Kyle got the lateral hips and stuff to run with a receiver, or like a tall receiver. So,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a mixture, man. Because just like I said, Jamar Chase is too fast for Marlo and too strong for Nate. He's neither with Awuzie. He might just be better than Awuzie, but
Yeah.
Awuzie can stay with him. He just
Right.
need him at the catch points because he's not gonna out strong Awuzie. He might get him on a route or two, but Awuzie is probably the best option for like a Chase and like a Drake London, because all our cornerbacks can do with Drake London is get physical with him. Because he's 6'5". Our biggest one might be 6'2". And it may be the biggest one may be one of them cats that ain't played yet. Kone and
Longer beam.
and Longer Beam. I think they're a little bit taller. Well, TJ Tampa might be 6'2", I think too. But still, Tampa might be an option versus guys like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with what Mentor did defensively, he got so much pressure with different looks up front. He played a lot of zone, so it kind of really didn't matter who was on which side. But he also had Cam Hart too, from Notre Dame, who's about 6'2", 6'3" too, as one of them zone corners.
Yeah. And like what you just mentioned, Coach, like since Jesse Minter's able to manufacture so much pressure, even with just like a 4-man rush, just based off of his scheme, that allows him, like you mentioned, to play more zone. And it creates more opportunities for turnovers.
Mhm.
And that's something that this Ravens defense really, really needs to bounce back in, that department of turnovers, because in years past, I mean, we've seen when this defense is, let's just talk about the playoffs, right? The defense just has been anemic at doing so. Ever since Lamar Jackson's been drafted, they've only forced 1 turnover in 8 playoff games. And I know I've been saying this, I sound like a broken record at this point, but it's such an important stat. Real quick aside, I was listening to I caught myself listening to some national media today, Coach. You know what I'm saying?
I did yesterday.
Yeah, and they got me hooked. And they were like, given all the reasons why Lamar Jackson, it's a make or break year for him. He's overrated, this and that, because in the playoffs, he's not a playoff riser. He's a playoff choker, right? But like nobody in those arguments ever brings up the defense, right? Nobody ever brings up how, his defenses in the playoffs have only forced one turnover. And that was in the Titans game, I think in 2021 at the very, very end of it. You know what I mean? So not even one that was like in the true progression of a game. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then also the fact that Lamar Jackson has never started a playoff drive in an opponent's territory. That is an even wilder stat to me, right? Because we're not even flipping the field. We're never flipping the field. We're never winning the field position
Yeah.
battle.
Never
You
getting
know,
short fields.
exactly. So just all those things. I don't want to spend too much time on that because we can go through
No,
go down a
the
whole rabbit
numbers,
hole.
percentages say that the further you start back, the less likely you are to score a touchdown. And if
Yeah.
you start in front of 25 every time, your chances of scoring, I don't know the exact number, but they aren't very good. You're gonna have to have explosives in there somewhere.
Not to mention, people talk a lot about the turnovers that Lamar Jackson has in the playoffs because he has more playoff turnovers than playoff touchdowns. It's a fact. But nobody talks about how turning the football over in the playoffs was never a problem for the likes of like a Tom Brady or like a Patrick Mahomes, or because both of those guys in playoff games where they throw for one turnover or have one turnover or even two, they have positive records in those
Mhm.
games. You know what I mean? Because their defense is stepping up and giving them the ball back. So,
Yep.
it all comes full circle when you talk about this Lamar Jackson playoff situation. Yes, he could be better in the playoffs. I'm not denying that, but we don't tell, or not we, but the national media, they never tell the full story when it comes to his playoff struggles. But anyway, are we through with Nate Wiggins? Yeah, I think we're through with Nate Wiggins here. So Nate Wiggins again. We went off on a little Lamar tangent there. It happens on a Ravens podcast, right? Like the video for Lamar tangent. Subscribe if you're new as well. But yeah, Nate Wiggins coming back, being at 100%. I think that is absolutely huge for this defense. Somebody mentioned, I think it was my guy Mike. He said that, do you think that Nate Wiggins is going to travel with wide receiver ones? It's really hard to say because
Good question.
it's a totally new. It's a great question. There's a totally new coaching staff. I think with under Harbaugh, absolutely not, right? But it would be like more of like a whatever's clever sort of thing. But with under Jesse Minter, do you have any knowledge of Jesse Minter having his corners travel with receivers?
I don't. That's something I'll look at when I get back into the mentor stuff. I never even thought to look at it, honestly, to even check and pay attention.
Glaucoma says, I don't think so because Minter plays zone.
He do play a lot of zone.
Yeah.
A lot of zone.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get into, Chris says I reported that poll, by the way. That is hilarious. Let's get into the contents of that poll, shall we? So there were rumors that came out earlier today, Coach, that the Ravens are targeting an extension with superstar wide receiver Zay Flowers before week 1. A contract that will likely top $35 million per season, according to ESPN. Zay Flowers had 1,211 yards and 5 touchdowns last season, establishing himself as a reliable target for Lamar Jackson. So, again, the contents of the poll that is in the chat right now, which I hope everybody has voted in. Should the Ravens pay Zay Flowers $35 million plus per year, Coach?
I'm looking for something.
You look at the
35 million.
annuals?
35 million. I'm trying to see who makes that.
I can pull it up for you.
All right, JSN makes it. Jamar Chase makes it. Drake London makes it. Justin Jefferson makes it.
Yep.
All those guys make 35 million or up.
Yeah. We're looking at it right here. I mean,
and guys right up under that: CeeDee Lamb, DK, Garrett Wilson, Monroe, T. Higgins, Alec Pierce. Those guys are in the 30 to 34 range. So to stay on par with the market, and I hate paying him the same as Justin Jefferson, but I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of, I don't think it's a matter of just like flat out yes, because I think he deserves $35 million per year, at least not at this particular point in his career. But I think it's more so a matter of, okay, you kind of have to, because wide receiver ones don't just fall out of trees. You know what I mean?
We did a good job of finding them either.
That's true. We still are yet to see what Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt have to offer. And I think it would behoove Zay Flowers to try to push to get a deal done before the season starts. So before we see if Lane or Surratt just breaks out and becomes this, oh my gosh, like rookie of the year type of talent, and then Zay Flowers' value kind of inherently drops just a little bit because of that.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I think it would behoove Zay Flowers to get a deal done a little bit earlier. Now, $35 million, again, same pay as Justin Jefferson. That's rough. That's tough for me. Drake London, that's rough. You know, making more than CeeDee Lamb, I just don't know about it. But you know, this is what happens when, and some people are even calling for Zay Flowers to reset the market completely, right, and make maybe 43 million more than Jackson Smith and Jigba.
His numbers ain't far from it.
Yeah, so I just think that would a truly market resetting deal like $43 million get done before this season? No, I don't think that Zay Flowers could pull that off. If his agent did, that's agent of the year right there. I'll say that.
If he had a JSN year this year,
Mhm.
I can see them going asking for that.
Yeah, and it would be well deserved.
If he had a
Would be well deserved.
JSN type year this year with 140 catches, 1,500, 1,600 yards, 14, 15 touchdowns, I can see him getting that kind of money. But as it stands right now, I think 35 is a blessing for him.
Yeah. Mike makes a point here. JJ and CD, so Jettas and CeeDee Lamb are at the tail end of their deals right now. So they're getting ready to re-up on the market as well. They're coming back to the negotiation table. Who knows what them boys are going to get.
Them boys going to definitely push that. It's going to be over 43.
Yeah.
By the time we have to pay Jacoby Lane, who I think is eventually going to be the better receiver, that thing will be over 45.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. No, you're definitely right, as a matter of fact, with how much the salary cap's going up each year. I mean, it's not just affecting quarterbacks, it's a trickle-down effect to all the positions, especially the skill positions, specifically the ones that put butts in seats. Let me see here. Black Daniel says, playing with fire, don't pay, and will be in purgatory with wide receiver yet again. And yeah, this is where I agree with Black Daniels, because, you know, it's either pay Zay Flowers or just fully rely on young talent, like young talent for the next 3 to 4 years when you're in the prime of a Super Bowl window for Lamar Jackson and this Ravens team. I mean, it just makes sense to go ahead and get the deal done. So $35 million per year. Would I do that? Would I pull the trigger on that? It's tough for me. I might say, hey, look, man. And see, here's the thing. I don't want a nickel and dime. So here's the thing. I'll just put it like this. Yes, I would give him the $35 million, more so because we got to do that to lock down a legitimate, proven wide receiver one type of talent. You know, instead of like trying to roll the dice. Exactly. So yeah.
Not knowing you're going to have a problem until it arises.
Right.
And we done seen this before with Hollywood. We and I got to bring it up again. We let Hollywood go and don't bring a receiver in when one of the best receivers in the game was sitting right there. I'm gonna let it go one day. Today ain't that day. We wouldn't be having receiver. We'd be already paid George Pickens $40 million if they drafted him when they was supposed to. But I'm not going. Don't make me go back there.
Oh my goodness, man. Not the Zay Flowers, but the George Pickens thing still haunts me to this day. Man, you talk about like, what a miss. Wait a minute, I saw somebody. Why did I see, Coach? You know what I don't understand? And this has been happening a lot lately. Everybody keeps bringing up Rashad Bateman in the chat. For some reason.
We didn't even say nothing about Rashad.
I didn't mention Rashad Bateman's name not once in this episode of the show. But yet, and listen, replay gang, I know y'all are out there. Look at the live chat replay and just scroll through and just see how many times people are bringing up my guy Bateman's name. Yeah, I just don't understand it. This is about Zay Flowers. This episode's been about Nate Wiggins. We haven't been talking about Bateman.
I see him. I'm looking at him now. I'm scrolling.
Like, what are we talking about, man? Jeez, I don't know what to do. They just be perpetually hating on my guy Bateman.
The funny thing is, not only is at least Bateman's still on the team and he's still an active factor of what's going on and whatnot. The real trolls are the ones that keep bringing up my boy, which I just saw in the chat again. My dude been gone 4-5 years. I don't even know if he's still in the league, but yet they still bring him up just to get with me.
Who's that? Who's that?
Prochet.
Oh, Prochet. He's still in the league. Any with Cleveland? Pretty sure he with Cleveland.
Over Tennessee.
Or Tennessee. Yeah. One of those two teams. Channel 3 says Black Daniels in the chat.
them the ultimate trolls. They try to get me to respond. I mean, I was wrong. I still like him. I still stand on what I said about him coming out of college. But I was wrong.
Tila said, I bring up Zay unnecessarily all the time. Only when I need to. Chris says, you are a Zay hate channel? Absolutely not. I rebuke that. Absolutely not. Nah, we're not doing that over here. We're not doing that, Chris. But yeah, I mean, again, to put a bow on this Zay Flowers thing, the $35 million per year contract, I think it is coming because the guys who are making around that money right now, they're going to be due for an extension here soon. And I think Zay Flowers kind of fits right into that lower end of the wide receiver 1 paydays, right? We just took a look at it, and I think he'll be right kind of squarely in there, especially with the salary cap going up. I'm not mad at it, but I do need to see more touchdown production. I'm sorry, I just need to see it. You know what I mean? Like, he had 5 touchdowns last season. Had it not been for 2 busted coverages against the Steelers in week 18, he'd had 3 touchdowns on the season. I get it. He had 5. He finished with 5.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, I just need to see that ceiling for his touchdowns go up. I need to see that go up. And part of that's going to be on Declan Doyle and how they plan on utilizing Zay, especially in the red zone. We just talked about yesterday how Elijah Surratt's going to be a nice red zone threat. Bateman's always been one. Mark Andrews has been the main one, since Lamar Jackson's been quarterbacking for the Ravens. So, we'll see. But I just really need to see Zay Flowers in the end zone, get in the end zone more often.
I saw a message, and I don't know who sent it. Oh, here it is, D-Banks. It said, name 10 teams Zay will be a wide receiver 1 on. So I went over here to PFF, and I wanted to go down the list real quick.
Sure.
Arizona, I would say no because of Marvin Harrison Jr.
And see, that you were already starting off ugly. That's starting off ugly. Marvin Harrison Jr., like, listen, Coach.
I'll put a question mark on that one. I'll put a question mark on that one. I'll put a question mark on that one.
They say I'm a Zay hate channel, but I would say that Zay Flowers is proven.
I'm wrong because Marvin is still
Harrison.
potential. Marvin is still potential. Zay is a proven commodity, so I'm wrong on that one. Arizona's one of them. Atlanta, to me, no. Baltimore, definitely. That's 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Buffalo with DJ
Moore. Nah.
Carolina with Tet.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm not taking Zay over Tet. I mean, now you can kind of make a similar argument. Like, Tet is still more potential, but at the same time, towards the end of last season, him and Bryce Young, they were on the same page. And Tet looks great, man. I mean, there was a reason why he was, I think, a top 10 pick. I think he was picked 7th overall in his draft class. So yeah, I'm taking Tet.
All right, Bears. They got Luther Burden, Roma Dooms. Nah, he might be one with the Bears. Luther Burden, Roma Doomsday. That's what they got.
I mean, I just don't know if I'm giving it to him over a Doomsday. Okay,
same boat.
It'd be close. It'd be close for me. It's close for me, but I'll give it to him. Slight nod. Wide receiver 1 on the Bears.
I'm not going to even put the Bengals up there.
Nope, no need.
Browns. Yes. He'd be number 1 for the Browns. Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman. He'd be number 1 for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Dallas, I'm not putting it up there. Denver over Cortland Sutton, no.
Real quick, like the video, y'all. Like the video.
Detroit, Amon-Ra, no.
Nope.
Green Bay, maybe.
Over Christian Watson? He stay hurt, though.
Because Watson stay hurt, yes. And then Golden and Reed.
Golden's still young.
He might be without receiving 1 in Green Bay.
I give you that. I give you Green Bay.
Houston, Nico, no.
No.
Colts,
Pearson. Who else? They just lost Pittman.
They lost Pittman. I thought they still had Pittman, but they lost Pittman. So he might be 1 for the Colts. Even though Pierce got a big upside, he might be 1 for them. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'll give him the Colts. Jacksonville with BTJ and Travis Hunter. I mean, Hunter is still potential. BTJ
There is
is
still
more
potential.
proven.
Yeah, that might be a push. I'll give him a push there because I don't know. I give him a push.
Yeah.
Give him a push. Chiefs. Shit. Zay or Rasheed Rice.
I got to go Rasheed Rice. Got to. He's just the archetype of receiver who I think can get it done again at all 3 levels, between the 20s and in the red zone.
Ooh, that's close. The Chiefs is close.
Shoot, Xavier Worthy might be giving him a run for his money the next couple seasons. I don't know.
Let's see. Raiders. Thornton, Tucker. Oh yeah, he definitely number one with the Raiders. Chargers. I want to say yes, but Ladd is right on his butt. I'm gonna say yes for the Chargers too.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Ladd is right on his butt.
for sure. I'd agree with that.
Rams, no. Dolphins, yes, because they don't have nobody. Vikings, no. New England.
No, AJ Brown.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't remember who they. I was looking it up. AJ Brown, so no there. Saints. He can push Olave. He can push Olave.
Yeah, Olave getting up there. I
He
agree.
can push Olave. Giants. Who the Giants got?
Malik
Mooney,
Neighbors.
Austin Neighbors. Neighbors hadn't done enough, so yes. Neighbors, one year production.
He wouldn't be the number 1 target on the Giants. They would still target. They would scheme up Malik Neighbors more than they would Zay Flowers in that offense. I do believe that. But since he's not as
Jets with
I
Garrett
think it's a
Wilson.
push.
The Garrett Wilson one?
No, the previous one, the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson. No, I think
Garrett Wilson would be a no doubter if he had consistent quarterback play like Zay has. But because he hadn't had consistent quarterback play, I can't say he that much better than Zay. Because Zay to put up numbers. Even though Wilson, I think he put 1,000 yards up with last year, and that was terrible. I guess because it ain't translating the wins that it's kind of pushing me back.
Yeah.
But that'd be
That's fair.
Them two would be a good battle. Almost at the bottom. Eagles, Zay better than Vontae Smith?
They like even to me.
Okay. Steelers. Who Steelers got?
Michael Pittman, DK.
Ooh, no, he wouldn't be one over there. Because of Pittman, not because of DK. San Francisco.
They got Mike Evans now.
Seattle, JSN. Tampa, maybe the Bucks.
Who's their
Abuka?
Oh, Abuka's their one now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, hasn't done enough.
So they would be Tampa Bay 1-on-1. Tennessee, I think he'd be Tennessee's. I don't really know. I can't remember who they got. Come on, it's going slow now. Got one more out Tennessee.
Who are the Titans pass catchers?
Cornell Tate will be their wide receiver number 1. The rookie from
the rookie, yeah.
They got Elick Amayar from Stanford, and then somebody last name Robinson.
Yeah, hell no. Hell, he'd be wide receiver 1 over there. Tennessee for sure.
And then Commanders, which is the last one.
Over Terry?
Terry, no. So we hit 10.
10 on the dot?
We hit 10. No, I know we hit more than 10 if I'm not mistaken. I stopped counting when we got like 8 or 9. But we got 10 that he would be wide receiver 1. If not, a big conversation would be had. Like that Jets one. A conversation can be had right there. Back and forth.
And see, my thing is, if you're not, I guess my scale for it is like, if you're not top 15 in that what we just did, I can't really look at you as like a legit wide receiver 1. If you're not a wide receiver 1, a legit wide receiver 1 on most teams, the majority of teams in the league, then I can't really look at you as like a true bona fide 1. I just can't. It's gonna ruffle some feathers, but I just can't. That's just the math for me.
You take 2 teams got 2 wide receiver 1s, in my opinion.
Cowboys and
the Bengals.
And yeah. You could argue a couple. I mean,
the Rams, Puka, and
easily, and, for sure, and Devontae. I feel like you could argue. Who was it? Damn, You said it wasn't because of Pittsburgh. I mean, DK, he's like I think a
Oh, yeah.
lower end wide receiver one at this point in his career, but like also Michael Pittman, I think that
Oh, yeah.
he's
He good. That boy good.
so that's low key 2 1s right there.
That boy good.
Somebody said Jettis and Addison. What you think about them?
Oh, Addison is on the rise. I wouldn't say he's a 1 though. Addison is good though. I ain't trying to say like he suck. Addison is good. I don't think he in that 1 category yet.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think he's like high in two. But yeah, that was cool. Great topic. By the way,
Banks.
Great question. Over 150 people watching this episode of Quiet Storm Sports Live. Appreciate y'all so much for coming through to this one. Please be sure to leave a like on this video. Also, be sure to also subscribe to the channel if you are new here. My name is Sutton Def, your host, and I'm here with a special guest, my guy, Coach Evans, Sip to Tally Films. If you have not already subscribed to his channel, it is linked in the title of this video and also the description of this video. So make sure you go ahead and sub to him if you've not already. Okay, now, let's get into, well, actually, you know what? I want to answer a question really quick. Mrs. Lovely 8527 asks me here, I assume this question is for me. Why do you always put Zay down but rock with bait? Now, this is a question that I get a lot on this channel, in the live chats, and in the comment sections, and all that good stuff. And it's not that I am putting down Zay Flowers at all, because I'm not. It's not that I don't like Zay Flowers, because I do. I just know the type of wide receiver that our starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson, responds to the best. He has his favorite targets. Like over the years, it's been like Hollywood and Zay Flowers and stuff like that. But like when you think about like his most reliable targets, has always been a bigger body. And I just think like for like a perfect fit, Zay Flowers is that for Lamar Jackson in a lot of ways, but I just think that like when you need certain things done, right, you can't always call on him to be wide receiver 1, but that is our wide receiver 1. So it's not that I'm like putting him down. I just think that Lamar Jackson, he responds better to bigger targets, and that's why Isaiah Likely departing, that sucks. That's why I need Rashad Bateman as one of the bigger body guys. That's why I'm super excited about Lane and Surratt, because they're both bigger body guys. There's a reason the Ravens went out and got guys like that. There's a reason why they didn't continue to stockpile shorter pass catchers like Zay Flowers. They know what Lamar Jackson, his type, he's got a type. Okay, he's got a type. That's just what it is. So it's not that I'm putting down Zay and rocking with bait. I just know what Lamar Jackson responds to. That's what his type is. Okay, just saying. Again, it ruffles feathers. Sure. He says, look at the target share, Glaucoma says. And again, I know that. He's always going to defer to getting the ball to his boys, his backyard football boys. I mean, that's just what they do. I don't know. I've just seen him. Red zone, Mark Andrews.
And as it comes to that target share number, I think the more realistic target share would be if you could take the screens out.
Yeah.
If you could take the screens out, you get a true picture of and I don't know what the number is, so I ain't leaning one way or the other. I ain't caping for nobody one way or the other.
Yeah.
But take all those screens, the bubble screens out, and then let's see the real target share numbers. And it may still be Zay. I'm not saying it won't, but that's a true picture of any team, not just ours, of any team's target share. You got like a gadget guy, which I don't know why we have our number 1 guy as also the gadget guy, because it's stupid. But
yeah,
take all the screens out and see what they run down the field, because it's going, like when I was comparing Prochet and what was the other fast receiver from Texas that we got that same year? A bunch of, he had a high catch percentage.
Duvernay.
He had a higher catch percentage, but he ran so many bubble screens and then just outran people. But then when I went to SMU tape and looked at Prochet ran routes.
Yeah.
So that target share number can fool you, especially because you got a bubble screen is still a pass, so you got to put it in there with the pass stuff. But technically, from a coach's point of view, that's a handoff.
Yeah, even jet sweeps are. It's the same thing. So like it counts as a pass and a completion.
The thing is,
and a reception. Yeah,
and it's how you do it. If you hold it out and let them come take it, that's a rush. But if you just pop it up and let them catch it, which is in a sense almost the same thing, now it's a pass. So you have to take that stuff out and just like PFF has this thing, they have a pass rush like statistics, but then also all far to the right, they got a true pass rush stats. And so that means you take out play action, you take out fake screens, stuff like that. It's straight drop back. And so we need that for target shares.
No, I mean, I agree. And based off, what you were saying about Zay Flowers being utilized as that gadget guy, I am of the school of thought that we need to use him less in that way. And like you mentioned, get him more downfield and use him as a legitimate wide receiver. That's where I think he provides the most value, because let's be real, on those bubble screens and a lot of those jet sweeps, they end up going nowhere. I mean, he dances around and it on average goes for maybe 3-4 yards. That's what happens, right? But when he goes down the field, he's super impactful on these deep crossers. Sometimes he's going deep. Sometimes it's just over the middle slants and things like that. You get him the ball really quick. Sometimes it's a drag. He loses his guy. You can get it to him on the outside. He can do a lot of those things. So I hope that my hope is that Declan Doyle will utilize him in those ways, and he'll really be able to showcase why he is a legitimate wide receiver one. So that's a good point. Maybe a lot of my disdain, I guess you could say, for Zay Flowers at times comes from how he was schemed up in the previous system. So hopefully Declan Doyle, takes the wool from off of my eyes when it comes to Zay.
That gives him more opportunity to do what he want to do anyway, the backyard stuff. Because bubble screens, you ain't doing too much backyard stuff now. But if you run routes and stuff break down and Lamar needs you, there you go. Just like that touchdown in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Backyard stuff. Love it though.
I mean, yeah, me too. Okay, so Coach, let's go ahead and transition here. We are 51 minutes into this episode of the show. Over 140 people watching live. Again, be sure to like this video, sub if you're new. Let me go ahead and get into. So, have you heard about this 20-0 challenge? We were talking a little bit about it before the show. You mentioned they have something similar for basketball, right? It's like this fantasy draft thing. Yeah, it's really cool, and I wanted to go ahead and do it live on stream with you, Coach, and while we also get input from the chat too. So chat, this is going to be very, very interactive. So we are going to put our heads together to try to create a perfect 20-0 team based off of players from different eras in the NFL. I get it. It's peak off-season content. I understand that. But it's a very fun tool that I had a lot of fun with when I tried it by myself. So I figured, why not bring it to the stream? And by the way, shout out to my guy Stretch52, a member of this podcast channel. He's actually the one who sent it to me originally. So let's go ahead and get into this one here. Q the guy says, please don't start with the 20-0. Come on, bro. What do you mean? Why not? Why not? You don't like the 20-0? Let me know why. Why you hating on it? But yeah, 20-0 challenge. We're gonna play solo here. Classic. We're going to do prime only, which means each player shows their best season within the era spun. I think that makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and start this, Coach. All right. So round 1 of 12, we got to draft all offensive players here. We're going to find out once we spin which team and which era. It's like a 5-year span on each era. So let's spin it. First one, we got Houston, 99 through 2005. Okay. Got to pick one of these guys here. So we've got a couple of options. Of course, we got to get our quarterbacks, our running backs, wide receivers, flex positions, things like that as well. So what are you thinking, Coach, so far? We're going offense here. 99 through 2005, Houston Texans. You got David Carr, quarterback. Notably, you got Andre Johnson, 04 Andre Johnson.
That's the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah. 79 catches, 1,100 yards that season, 6 touchdowns. Jabbar Gaffney. I remember Jabbar Gaffney. I think he was with the Patriots as well for a little while too. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I think we got to go with Andre Johnson, right? Yeah, you got to go with Andre Johnson. I'll never forget that fight against Cortland Finnegan, man. Legendary. So I think, do you want to plug in Andre Johnson to the legitimate like wide receiver 1 spot, or should we plug him into the flex? In the flex?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll plug him in the flex. Cool. All right, moving on here. Moving right along. Let's see. Spin again. Philadelphia Eagles, 2011 through 2015. All right, so some interesting ones here. You got 2011, Michael Vick, right? 18 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. You also have Mark Sanchez as well. You got Nick Foles, Sam Bradford. Those are your quarterbacks.
I see Shady down there.
Yeah, you got LaShawn McCoy down there. You also have DeMarco Murray. But LaShawn McCoy, 1,300 rushing yards that season, 17 touchdowns, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Then 48 catches for 315 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. I'm thinking we put him in the flex as well. You also got Djax. You got Djax, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. What's the chat saying? Chat is saying Shady.
Shady. Yeah, I'm thinking Shady too, because you get receiving yards with Shady as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So Shady in another flex position or in running back 1? I'm thinking flex, right?
You can go
Yeah, I'm thinking flex. All right. We're going to pick Shady, put him in our flex. All right. Spin it again. All right. LA Rams, 2011 through 2015. All right. We got Todd Gurley. He's in there. 1,100 yards, rushing, 10 touchdowns. Other than that.
I love me some Todd Gurley.
Yeah, I would say other than that, it's really not too much that really jumps
Do you
out
get
at you.
a option to respin on this?
I think you do. Yeah, you get a reroll. I think you get 1 reroll.
Okay.
You want to reroll here?
I don't know. Well, how many yards Gurley got?
Gurley in this one, he's got 1,100 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns. Yeah.
I don't know. We want to put that now running back 1.
Yeah, because we still got like 9 more to go, 8 or 9 more to go.
You get 1 reroll?
Yeah, you only get 1 reroll.
Shoot.
I know it's tough. It's tough. What's the chat saying? They're saying Gurley.
Gurley.
Mike says reroll.
I think we got to reroll this joint.
All right, let's see. Rerolling. Seattle, 91 through 98. Oof. Ah, man, coach, you got to take over for this one.
You got Ricky Waters. Galloway with 12 TDs.
Yeah, man, this is rough.
She might have to go Ricky Waters. Or Galloway. How many yards Galloway had? 1,400?
Yeah, no, 1,049. 1,049 and 12 touchdowns. 12 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
That's tough.
But then that's gonna be our wide receiver 1.
Yeah, we already used up both the flex positions. Man, we should have just went with Gurley.
How many yards is Chris Warren got? Is that 1,500?
Yeah, 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns.
You got to go with them 15.
You're right. 4.6 yards a carry versus 4.3. I mean, we got to. And he got receiving touchdowns. We got to go with Chris Warren on this one. Man, should have just went with Gurley. I knew it. All right. Jacksonville, 06 through 2010. Who are we going with here? I don't know, man. I don't know, coach.
Maybe Mercedes Lewis. Oh, what Fred got?
Fred Taylor, 1,200 rushing yards.
We out of
spots,
we
we out of running back spots.
I have to go tight end.
Mercedes Lewis, 700 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's a good season. That's a good season. 10 touchdowns. That's a good season right there. 2010 season for him. Just looking at some of the other ones here, these wide receivers, nothing really jumps out. Damn, the Jaguars been bad.
My guy Quinn Gray. I used to work for Quinn. He was my head coach when I was a receiver coach here.
Really?
He's the head coach of FAMU now.
Interesting. Quinn Gray.
Yeah.
Actually never heard of him. It's a first for me. Yeah, I mean, so I guess like you said, Mercedes Lewis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do it. All right. Next spin. Chiefs, 99 through 2005.
Wait a minute. When Pat started being a quarterback?
Pat, I mean, come on, he didn't come to like 2016, 17?
Oh, it's 05. Yeah. My bad. I just knew we was finna get Pat. I was like, we finna win, huh? They got a return spot for Dante Hall. Because I don't know if they got anything else. Priest was 16.
Priest Holmes. 1,600. Oh, yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's right. Damn. Man, this is tough, man. This is hard.
Right. Who was that with 10 touchdowns? Derek Alexander?
1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns.
It look like that got to be our choice.
That's gotta be. We gotta go. We gotta go for it. We're gonna need a hell of a good quarterback.
I know, right? This
We're gonna need
quarterback,
a great
quarterback got to be a lick.
I know. All right. Houston, 2016 through 2020.
Lord have mercy.
Deshaun Watson.
Get the massage, the mischief
Oh
massage. Yeah.
no. Oh no. I don't know. Maybe our defense when we draft our defense.
Jeez,
I think
come on,
defense is
Deshaun,
next
man.
year. So we got to do it, don't we?
Get on the bus.
Yeah,
Deshaun.
we got to do it. Yeah, we got to do it.
No massages back there.
Ah, man. Defense time. We got to make up for it with our defense, man.
K say our team cooked.
That's what it's looking like, man. Sorry, defense. We got to draft defense now. This is the New England Patriots 99 through 05. Mike Vrabel up there. Listen, talk about scandalous individuals.
Right.
9 sacks for Mike Vrabel in 2003.
We should get some good corners out of this group.
Let's see.
Oh, Willie McGinnis. We can keep Willie McGinnis in mind. That's 15 sacks. Or that 15 tackles for loss.
It's 15 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, yeah. Vince Wilfork. Eat up the interior. Got some lots of options. Teddy Bruschi's in there. Asante Samuel. Ellis Hobbs. Rodney Harrison.
Which column
in there.
is interceptions? The first or the second one?
Say
or
again?
the last one? The last column is interceptions? I can see the numbers. I just can't tell.
No, the first column is interceptions.
Okay.
Yeah. So Otis Smith leads with 5 interceptions in 2001. Asante Samuel, 3 interceptions in 05, 16 passes defensed, 47 tackles.
And how many sacks did McGinnis have?
Let's see. Willie McGinnis had 9 sacks in 99.
And one last thing. What about the tackles for Bruschi?
For Teddy, where was he at? Yeah, right here. 90 tackles for Teddy Bruschi, 5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
That's a stat sheet stuffer right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
That's a stat sheet stuffer.
We're gonna go with Teddy. We're gonna go with Teddy Bruschi as our starting linebacker or defensive flex.
He start linebacker.
Got you. Yeah, I agree. All right. So let me take a look at the chat here. Take a look at the chat before we respin. JD was saying we should have went with Asante and Rodney or Rodney Harrison. I think we can get some good corners here. There's been some good corners over the years. I think we're going to be good on corner, guys.
If
linebacker,
anything, we should have went with the dude that had the 5 interceptions. Not them. They had 3.
Yeah, I think that was Otis Smith, I want to say. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and respin here. Next defensive pick is going to come from the Falcons, 21 through 25. Okay, so we got some recent players here.
Can't believe they got Pierce on here, even though he had a monster season.
Yeah.
He probably won't play the Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah. You got Calais Campbell up there.
It looked like we might have to get Pierce. They got a rookie safety that was pretty good. That played from Notre Dame.
Let me see.
Oh, Bates was good too. Is that 11 interceptions or 6 interceptions?
6 interceptions, 11 passes defense, 121 tackles.
Yeah, Jesse Bates might be our pick.
Yeah,
him or Pierce. Pierce had 10.5 sacks.
Yeah, 10.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 16 QB hits, 1 forced fumble, 26 tackles.
I want to go Pierce, huh? At a flex.
At a flex. I'm good with him at a flex. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Mike says Jesse Bates is the best option.
Might re-roll. I thought we already
205 Young Savage. What up?
Mike.
Yeah, we already re-rolled. Jesse Bates and elite safety. They're saying Bates. Chat's saying Bates. I think we should go with the chat.
Okay,
chat's
go Bates
decision
then.
here.
I'm cool. I'm cool with Bates.
Now we'll decide. Do we want Bates as the defensive? No, we don't want him as the flex, right? We want him as the quarterback. Yeah. Safety. Put him at safety. Jesse Bates is our safety. Chat. All right, let's move on. Colts 75 through 83. Woo. Okay. All right. Gotta do some research. It looks like I think we do get a reroll for the defense. We get a
12.
reroll for the defense, but
Okay.
what do we need?
12
We need
sacks.
edge.
Is that 130 tackles?
Where are you seeing that? Oh yeah. Stan White, 130 tackles, 3 sacks, linebacker, 3 interceptions as well. 1976 season, he accomplished that.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, I was not even thought of for like another 20 years.
That's 130 tackles. Well, we got a linebacker
I
already.
say we already got Brewski, so I think we
might
gotta
have
go.
we might have to reroll. Unless you see a bunch of sacks.
Real quick, I'm just looking at the D tackles. Mike Barnes with 8 sacks, 10 TFLs, 62 tackles as a D tackle.
Oh yeah, run that.
Yeah, I think that might be a good pick right there. Let me just make sure the edges. John Dutton, 12 sacks, but we already got our edge. Actually, no, we didn't get an edge yet. But I think we go
10 sacks out of D tackle is a lot, in my opinion.
well, 8 sacks from the D tackle.
Oh, that's 10 TFLs. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
10
my bad.
TFLs. For the edge, you got 12 sacks and 14 tackles for loss. That's John Dutton.
Unless you want to go with, nah.
I feel like
Yeah, what chat saying? What chat say?
Yeah, what's chat saying?
They ain't talking to us.
Are they talking amongst themselves?
They having their own conversation. Mike said you better find an edge.
Said flex. Okay. Put Mike Barnes. So if he says find an edge, what do you say we put John Dutton in our flex position?
Okay.
I'm good with that. All right. So spin number 10. Chicago Bears 99 through 05. All right. So we need an edge, a D tackle, and a cornerback. Edges.
Urlacher probably be a linebacker, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they're not gonna let us pick Urlacher here and start him at edge. Edge guys. 10.5 sacks is the most from Roosevelt Colvin in 2001.
Yeah, this might be our reroll.
Might be our reroll. That's what I was thinking too. Let's go ahead and reroll. Well, let me just make sure here.
Somebody said cornerback Tillman.
Corners, yeah. I was about to say the corners. 5 interceptions, 16 passes defense, 87 tackles, 4 forced fumbles.
Ain't Basher with 8
cornerback
down there? Nate
Say
Vasher.
again?
Nate Vasher got 8, I think.
Oh, Nate Vasher, he does have 8. He does have 8, 16 passes defense, 40 tackles, 2 forced fumbles.
That might be our corner right there.
Okay. Just numbers wise for sure. Yeah, definitely. Outside of tackles.
Yeah, that might be our corner.
You get I don't know though, but I feel like if you get a good tackling corner, that really ties things together on your defense. Somebody who can tackle out in space well.
Logically, you got to play this with numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers against numbers.
I've been talking to Jose too much. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Jose. Nathan Vasher. So I guess we'll go with him for our cornerback 1 spot. All right, let's do it. So we only have edge and D tackle left, and we still have a reroll.
Okay.
So we got to play this wisely here. 2 spins left. Saints 06 through 2010. We need an edge and a D tackle. You got Will Smith, 13.5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, 23 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and 39 tackles.
Sound like a no-brainer to me.
Go ahead and throw him at edge. All right. And so we're going to, if we don't see a good D tackle we like on this next one, we're going to use our reroll.
That'll work.
All right, let's do it. All right, last spin. Chargers 21 through 25. Okay.
Shake them up. I
was about to say, roll them in a circle of homies. So watch me break them. Let's get it. Re-roll it. Shoot. Bengals 21 through 25.
DJ Reader.
There we go. There we go. Oh, wait a minute though. DJ Reader, 2 sacks. BJ Hill got him beat. Larry Ogunjobi got him beat in terms of sacks from a D tackle.
So might be Ogunjobi then. I know I
Yeah.
think he spent some time with Cleveland too. I thought.
Was it Cleveland or was
might
it
be
the
Cincinnati.
Bucks?
Might be Cincinnati.
I can't remember. I think it was. I think it was Cleveland, as a matter of fact.
7. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no brain on that one too. But what
All
about
right.
no? Gino's done. I don't think Gino's on here. Smitty. I think Gino will have retired by then.
Gino's right here.
Gino Atkins.
Oh, Gino Atkins. I thought you were talking about Gino Stone. All right, yes, so Larry Ogunjobi at our D tackle spot, and that rounds us out. Oh, so they gave us 16-4, coach. B plus, not bad. Playoff bound, right? 20-0 is definitely a stretch. I mean, you actually gotta get kind of lucky to get that 20-0. It's not even all about like picking all the right players, but I think we did pretty good. And this is like my first time going through it in its totality.
I hadn't really done this one. I have done the 82-0 with the NBA players, and for that one to get 82-0, you gotta have a really good lineup, or Wilt is on it. The Wilt from the Wilt with Golden State, he averages like 41 points a game, like 20 rebounds, like 11 and something assists. So if you get Wilt in that 82-0, you got a good chance of pulling it out if you make the rest of your picks right.
Yeah. All right. Looking here, because you see we got Deshaun Watson as our quarterback, Chris Warren as our running back, Derek Alexander wide receiver, Mercedes Lewis tight end, LaShawn McCoy as our flex player on offense, and then also Andre Johnson as our flex player on offense. And it says Andre Johnson held us back.
Really?
That's what it says here. I mean, I don't know what that's about. But defense, Will Smith at edge, Larry Ogunjobi at D tackle, Teddy Bruschi at linebacker, Nathan Vasher at cornerback, Jesse Bates at center, and John Dutton as our defensive flex. So again, I don't think we did bad. I think that next time, if we have a little bit better roll of the dice, maybe we can get up closer to like 18-2 or something like that. You know, maybe we'll try it again. Maybe we'll do it again on our happy hour stream. You know, we get a little bored. We can throw this on. I'm down with that. This was fun. This is a lot of fun. So if you had fun with that as well, you know, right along here with us, please be sure to leave a like on this video and also subscribe. If you're new, Replay Gang, I know you guys are still out there, Replay Gang. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through. Make sure you comment down below with the hashtag Replay Gang about what you thought about this episode. Any comments, questions, concerns? We covered a lot. We talked about should the Ravens pay Zay Flowers? That's still down there right now. That's the question in the poll. Make sure you answer that down below in the comments as well. We talked about Nate Wiggins, who had a lot to say about his upcoming year 3 campaign, right? He's never been 100% since high school days, but now he is. What that means for this Ravens defense. We talked about all that on this episode, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through and listening all the way to the end. If you're part of the live chat or Replay Gang, love you all the same. Again, give a big shout out to my guy, Coach. Clap it up for Coach. Clap it up for Coach coming through and messing with us over here again at the Rain Gang. We will be live again with Coach on Friday. Sippers only, you know what I'm saying? For our happy hour stream, it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you come through for that. But yeah, in the meantime, make sure you go also subscribe to Sip to Tally Films. Again, it's linked in the title, in the description, on X, wherever you're watching. It is linked. So there's no excuse for you to not check out my guy Coach's channel if you have not already, and you love Ravens content, or else you claim to love Ravens content, or just the Baltimore Ravens. Coach, you want to let us know what you got going on? You know, it's the dead of the offseason, and thank God for rain. We had some news today, right? But what you got going on for these next couple of weeks as we prepare for the season?
I'm one position away from finishing the summer countdown, so I got to do safeties tomorrow. Then I'll start to put together the productions, and hopefully they'll start coming out either the last week of June, which is this week, which that probably not happen. At the latest, July 1st is when they'll start popping out. The only difference is I was doing 1 per day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 1 per day or 2 per day. If I do 2 per day, the episodes are going to be compacted, you know, they're going to be smaller. So I ain't figured that part out yet, but I got one position left to figure out, and then I'll know who I think is the best team on paper going into the summer.
Okay. Sounds good. You heard it here first, folks. Make sure you go ahead and check out Sip to Tally Films, because even though it is the off season, it does not matter. There's still good content coming out all of the time throughout the week. So make sure you stay locked in and turn on notifications for this channel, his channel, hell, LBHT. Shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take. Shout out to all of our guys. Shout out to Carrie and Chris, a deep cover podcast. Can't wait till they get back rolling with their content as well when the season comes back around. There's a lot of Ravens content, good Ravens content. Of course, shout out to our guy Team Keep It Clean and Graven. I know I'm missing some people right now off the top of my head, and I apologize if you're watching this stream and you happen to be one of those people. But again, there's a lot of content to go around, so make sure you tap in with all the other creators as well. And yeah, with that being said, thank y'all so much for coming through. Quiet Storm Sports. We'll see y'all in the next episode of the show. Peace.